Alright, YouTubers, I got my friends Jacob and Kuiper here, and I got my tripod here, and we have a gas tank, a portable marine gas tank that was leaking because way back in the day, this sending unit had some problems where you can see in this little window had all these bubbles in it that made it really hard to see the fuel needle up inside of it. And I thought, boy, I'm going to take it apart and fix it, only to find out that all these bubbles are like in the plastic. Not sure why that is, but it's kind of a bummer. Next thing I found out is that you can't get any of these parts. None of them are available. So I'm stuck with all the old parts here to basically try to reseal my sending unit. So read on a lot of the different forums, the different things you can try. One of them that I tried was the Hylamar Blue, and it's a nice product, but when it comes out, it's sticky. I mean, it's thicker than maple syrup, but not a whole lot to give you an idea in terms of viscosity. So everybody recommends this Permatex number 2. So this is the first time that I've ever used it. You can see it's unopened, and so we're gonna stab it and try this stuff out. So as it comes out, you can see that's it's thicker stuff than the Hylamar, and what they want you to do is put a coat on each side of the gasket we're using. So there we go there. We'll start with this and get a nice coat on it, and then we'll talk about that window and our different options there. So this would be a place where I guess I'd fast forward the video unless I can go super fast. Right? Kuiper here has made a lot of YouTube videos. Stuff is kind of an olive green when you look at the different colors.
Looks delicious.
Kuiper says it looks delicious. Okay, there's a nice coating there. Maybe we won't have to speed it up. Alright, so now we just laid that bad boy there on the gas can, and we got some of this stuff on our fingers. So I think for now we're just going to wipe it off with the rag, old t-shirt. This stuff does not harden or dry, and it resists fuel, which is what makes it kind of nice. Now here's the trickier one, is with this window here. You can see that this is more of a beveled inset with this here, and Kuiper and I talked about possibly just epoxying that sucker in. If I were to do that, I'd probably use, just a basic epoxy like this JB Weld thing, but part of me wants to give the old Permatex number 2 a try. What do you think, Kuiper? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put a bead on the inside and a bead right there on the window, and they want you to let it, get a little bit tacky before you join them. And so, there we go. Okay. It's definitely going to gush out. That's a technical term, gush.
We all know what you mean.
Alright. Okay.
Do it on your window.
At this point, this dumb little window, just don't want it to leak. But for as much as they charge for these gas tanks, it's unbelievable that these parts aren't available, aftermarket. It just seems like a whacked out conspiracy. Okay, so I set those in there. I guess we should have given them a minute to get tacky, but we didn't. It's not following directions very well. Okay, we're going to give it a minute. We're going to set that out with a little air dry time. They say you can clean this stuff up with denatured alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. We're getting a little bit on the window there.
So it doesn't dry?
No. That's part of it. So that
So it's not a gasket maker, really.
it is. It's a gasket that doesn't dry or harden. I think is the key. All right, where's that one? Right here. Okay. Now this sucker
Make sure you put it on the right way.
is going to go on as. Oh, thank you.
Because I screwed that up one time.
All right. Kuiper said make sure you put it on the right way. I'm going to put a bead here as well. And a little bit here. Okay, tacky, tacky. It's all tacky. Now, Kuiper said to make sure you put it on the right way. By which he means that this thing goes down, it's like that. Right way in the tank. Which means when this goes
The
like
flow
that,
goes to the side.
this is what we want. Right? Yes. No? Oh, the float
Yep.
goes like this. Alright. Good. We're going to get our... It's already hard enough to view that needle there, so I'll make sure it's clean. Alright, that's going to go like that. This is going to go like that. Boom. Okay. Find our little holes there. Phillips head screwdriver. There we go. Here's our other one. You can hear it kind of squish out. That's nice. Couple days off of the Rona here, fellas. Sorry for that cough. I shouldn't have said fellas, maybe ladies. There might be some ladies out there rebuilding gas tanks too.
Yeah.
How sexist of me.
Yeah.
Not meaning to marginalize any females out there rebuilding gas tanks. Nice thin coat. Sure hope this stuff works. Kuiper, what'd you have on this earlier when you tried something?
It was a clear stuff. It just said gas and oil resistant.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Kuiper, I wonder what that was. He used a little bit of stuff, and it was very hard when I got it off before. It was kind of like a varnish almost. Okay, let it be noted, I just tried some Fast Orange on the stuff. It does not work. Fast Orange for the loss. Okay, we'll give that just a minute to set up. Meanwhile, we're going to put our cap back on the gasket maker because, you know, stuff's $7 a bottle. By the way, my O'Reilly's had to special order this. I'm in Chattanooga. They had to get it on the truck out of Nashville and took a day to get here. And once he saw what it was, he said, I can't believe we don't carry this here. So that was a good shout out from the counter guy at O'Reilly's. Okay, so we're looking nice and squishy there. We're going to drop this sucker down.
Got your pickup.
Oh, hey! Haha! Kuiper for the win. Hey, that's kind of important, our pickup tube. Should there be an O-ring or something on that just goes in like that and it's happy? Forgot just a little bit of that yummy stuff right there on the pickup tube, right? Just making a little bit of a gasket. Wouldn't that be kind of nice?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. You know, it's like the teenagers today, what they say, sucks to suck. And, you know, this thing's job is to suck. And you ever get one of those McDonald's straws and it has like a kink or a hole in it and you can't figure out why you're sucking so hard and not getting anything?
Could be your outboard motor.
Yeah, we don't want to do that to our outboard motor. Okay, alright. It's feeling a little better now.
Does he go for the slotted screwdriver or the nut driver?
Nut driver all day long. If you have it, this is luxury. We're going to use the 5/16 nut driver. Yeah. Boy, can you imagine using a flat driver for this? That would be
That's
no
what I
fun.
used.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
It does suck to suck. Shout out to the band keeping us cool.
If we were really fancy, we'd use an impact driver and strip all the holes, huh? No, if we were really...
Or even better, just take a torch and just melt it.
Yeah, Jacob said we could just weld it, melt it together. There you go. Who needs fasteners?
Yeah.
No, I guess if we were real fancy, we'd use a drill with a little clutch setting that, you know, would just go click, click, click once we got it to the right thing. All right. So we're getting most of these started. Kuiper, up there above the door, do you see one that says denatured alcohol?
Yep.
Can you get that down? We'll do a little denatured alcohol test, see if how that works for cleanup on the hands. Now, in case you didn't know, denatured alcohol, all it is ethanol, that the same stuff that they're going to make booze out of, but they can't just sell that at the hardware store cheap because it's not taxed. So they denature it by putting a bunch of poison in it that makes it smell bad and taste bad.
Yeah.
So you can't drink it.
Yeah, and whatever you do not put it in an
So
old barrel.
strange. You know, you could do that, or how about this? Just don't tax the crap out of all the alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, poor man's tax.
Political rant.
Political rant while fixing the gas tank, yeah. Alright, that's nice. We see some of this stuff squishing out. It's kind of a good feeling. It makes me wonder, should I be, do I want to go back over that and kind of like smooth it down like caulk, or do I just let that squish? Hater's gonna hate and permatex is gonna squish. The real test will be to fill this sucker with gas and put it in the sun for a little bit and see if it holds the pressure. If it does, you know we won. Alright, so that's on there. We're going to get another little rag here. And we've got some denatured alcohol. Okay, you can see I got a bunch of this. Can you see? Where's my camera? Okay. Okay, I guess it does get it off. Yeah, how about that? Alright. It's like the bottle knows what they're talking about. Follow directions, people.
And whatever you do not pour acetone on your hands.
Yeah, so don't pour acetone on your hands, but denatured alcohol, no problem.
Don't
Just
ask me how I
the-
know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, acetone's nasty stuff.
Yep.
Okay, we're almost to the end of this video. I know you guys are going to want to see how this stuff works. Let's come back over here now. Even though we can hardly read that gauge, I still want to wipe some of this stuff off of there, make it as clean as possible. You know what? It's probably ethanol that screwed this thing up in the first place. You know, because we don't have real gas anymore. Cause of a lot of problems with older gas tank stuff. Man. It's a nice thing squishing. Do I want to mess with it? Kind of. See it? Make that nice little bead on there. Okay, we're messing. We're officially messing. Okay. I did tile for a lot of years. This kind of feels like I'm grouting a gas tank with denatured alcohol. Oh, whoa.
What was that?
That was gasoline coming up through the sucks to suck tube.
Should open the cap.
Oh yeah, Kuiper for the win. Let's vent that sucker. But that's kind of a good sign, right? And we got you shake the gas can and fuel's popping up through the filler hole.
Yep.
That means it's sealing from what I can tell. That's good. You guys even see what I'm doing here? Sorry for off camera. Okay, got that. I think that's enough yellow to seal. Got a little filler cap here. Let me run over here real fast, guys. Alright, we've got our filler neck here. Real fast to take some of that. You guys probably know this, but whenever you put this stuff on, getting it the right way in terms of the threads is really important. So this is going to be screwing in righty-tighty, right? And so you want it so that when it's turning in, that the how do I say this? You want the direction of the tightening to tighten the gasket here, not loosen it. So as it's tightening towards you, see how this is trailing off? I'm just going to tighten that down on there. Right? So as you look at it, righty-tighty, making it nice. Put that in here. And I want to say that's a 9/16 deep. Am I right?
Yeah.
Maybe? Can it be?
Metric?
No, it's metric because that's for the Honda.
Yep.
Right? Give me a guess. What do you think it is?
14.
Probably 10 millimeter.
Seems like everything in their brother is 17. Boom! 17 for the win. Okay, that's nice and tight. It's Honda ready. So, you can see it's got a lot of that goop. We can clean that up a little bit more with our ethanol stuff. Because otherwise, because it never dries, we're probably going to be fighting that stuff forever, right? But there's our gas tank. Here's our help. Here's your hosts. And I guess we'll let it set up and maybe tomorrow try it and see how it's working. Thanks so far for tuning in, and I guess I should splice the two videos together to show them the results. So tune in next time, which is in a second from your perspective, even though it'll be like tomorrow from our perspective. So we're back. It's the next day. We let this stuff set up a little bit, and now we're going to see if it leaks or not. We got a little bit of gas in there. Got our window that's all janky from the bubbles. And upside down. Not sure if y'all can see that very well, but that whole bubble right now is full of gas. It's mixed gas. You can see a little bit of green in there. Hey, it is no leaks and no smell of leaks. That's quite nice. So, I'm super impressed with this. I feel confident that that leak is sealed looking at it. I did have one more thought, though. In my two-cycle engines, and just in my boat, which is 4-stroke and all that, I go out of my way to get non-ethanol gas. And think about this. What's the cleanup for this gasket? It was denatured alcohol, which is ethanol. And they're putting ethanol in our fuel. I think that the weak link of this might just be if you're running gasoline with ethanol in it, that might slowly wash away that gasket. I don't know if that's true or not, but it gives me peace of mind knowing that I only run non-ethanol gas in all my stuff. So, hope you found this helpful. I'm not, some power YouTuber, but I am trying to get to that threshold with enough subscribers and watchers that I can actually make a little bit of the money from the advertisements on this. So please, 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 if you appreciated this video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you very much.